What if I told you that some of the choices you make today could quietly predict how many more healthy years you'll enjoy after turning 70? Many people believe that aging just happens, that it's a roll of the dice. But science tells a very different story. There are small, almost invisible signs in our daily routines that can actually hint at how long we might live. Maybe it's how fast you walk from your kitchen to the living room, or how often you laugh with friends, or even how much sleep you're getting. These aren't just habits, they're predictors. Here's the truth. Growing older doesn't have to mean giving up your independence, or your health, or the joy of watching your grandkids grow up. And today, we're going to reveal 8 scientifically proven signs that can predict your longevity after 70. Some of these will surprise you, and others might just be the wake-up call you've been waiting for. So, are you ready to discover how much control you actually have over your aging journey? Aging isn't something to fear, it's something to understand. Because the more we understand it, the more power we have to shape the years ahead. Now, if you're over 65, you've probably heard people say things like, "Oh, that's just part of getting old," when they forget a name or feel more tired than usual. But what if those little signs were actually telling you something bigger? What if science could help you decode them and give you tools to add more healthy, vibrant years to your life? That's exactly what we're diving into today. In this video, you'll learn about 8 key signs backed by solid scientific research that can predict how long you're likely to live after the age of 70. These aren't gimmicks or guesses. They're real indicators observed by doctors, scientists, and researchers who've studied aging for decades. And here's the good news. Most of these signs are changeable. That means if you're not happy with where you are today, there are simple, powerful things you can do to change your future. We'll talk about walking speed, grip strength, social connections, sleep habits, and more. And for each one, I'll give you real-life stories, practical tips, and easy changes you can start today. Whether your goal is to stay active, avoid illness, protect your memory, or simply feel more confident and in control, you're in the right place. Because living longer isn't just about time, it's about quality of time. It's about staying strong for the people you love and for yourself. So grab a cup of tea or coffee, settle in, and let's take this journey together. Have you already tried any healthy habits or routines to improve your aging process? Comment yes or no below. I'd love to hear what's working for you. 1. Walking speed, the surprising longevity predictor. Let me tell you about Helen. She's 76, lives in Ohio, and every morning she walks her dog, Rusty, around the block. A few years ago, Helen started noticing that her walking pace had slowed down. Nothing dramatic, just a little more shuffling, a little less pep. She brushed it off, thinking it was normal. But then she heard from her doctor that walking speed is one of the most accurate predictors of longevity after age 70. That's right, how fast you walk isn't just about fitness. It's about your overall health. A major study from the Journal of the American Medical Association found that seniors with faster walking speeds had significantly lower mortality rates, even when researchers controlled for age, sex, and other health conditions. In short, if you walk faster, you may live longer. So why does walking speed matter so much? Because it reflects the health of multiple systems in your body: muscle strength, cardiovascular fitness, balance, and even brain function. A slow gait might mean that something is off, even before you feel any specific symptoms. The good news? You can improve it. 3 extra tips you can apply today. Do a weekly walk test. Time yourself walking 10 feet at a normal pace. Then track your time week to week. A healthy walking speed for seniors is about 1 meter per second or more. If you notice it dropping, it's time to act. Try gentle intervals. Add short bursts of slightly faster walking during your daily stroll. Walk briskly for 30 seconds, then return to your normal pace. This strengthens your heart and legs. Add resistance training twice a week. Simple exercises like bodyweight squats or resistance bands can build the muscle strength you need to walk with confidence. You don't need to run marathons, but a strong, steady stride can literally add years to your life. If this information is helpful, hit that like button. It really helps this channel and lets us know to create more content like this. 2. Grip strength, the hidden power behind your hands. A few years ago, Robert, a 72-year-old retired mechanic from Arizona, went in for a routine checkup. His doctor asked him to squeeze a little handheld device, something called a dynamometer. "What does this have to do with anything?" Robert joked. But what his doctor told him next stunned him. His grip strength was lower than average, and that one simple test could reveal more about his health than his blood pressure or weight. Grip strength may seem like a small detail, but research shows it's a major indicator of longevity. In a large study published in The Lancet, researchers followed over 140,000 people across 17 countries and found that lower grip strength was consistently linked to a higher risk of death, even more so than high blood pressure. Why? Weak grip can be an early warning sign of muscle loss, frailty, or underlying illness, sometimes years before other symptoms appear. But don't worry, you can turn it around. 3 extra tips to boost your grip strength. Use a grip strengthener daily. These are small, affordable tools you can use while watching TV. Just 5 minutes a day can make a difference over time. Incorporate functional lifting, carry your grocery bags, lift light weights, or use soup cans at home to do bicep curls. Real-world lifting helps more than machines. Practice the dead hang. If you're able, hang from a sturdy bar for a few seconds at a time. This builds hand, wrist, and forearm strength, and it's a great posture booster too. The strength in your hands isn't just about opening jars. It's a mirror into your body's resilience. Which of these strategies are you already using or planning to try? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what's working for you. 3. Social connection loneliness can be more dangerous than smoking. Imagine this, Margaret, a warm-hearted widow from North Carolina, spent most of her days alone after her husband passed. Her kids lived in other states, and though she kept herself busy with TV and puzzles, something was missing. Her energy dipped. She caught colds more often. Her memory started slipping. It wasn't until her daughter encouraged her to join a local senior book club that everything started to shift. Margaret didn't realize it, but what she was experiencing wasn't just sadness, it was chronic loneliness. And science shows that loneliness is more harmful to your health than obesity, high blood pressure, and even smoking. According to research from Brigham Young University, loneliness and social isolation increase the risk of early death by 26% to 32%. That's not just a statistic, it's a wake-up call. We're wired for connection. And after 70, staying socially engaged becomes one of the most powerful tools to protect your brain health, immune function, and even your mobility. Yet, one of the most common mistakes people make in their later years is withdrawing from social life, assuming it's too late to make new friends or that no one will understand them. But the truth? It's never too late to belong again. 3 extra tips to strengthen social ties. Start with one weekly call. Pick one friend or family member you can check in with every week. It could be 10 minutes, but that voice matters more than you think. Join a local group, whether it's a walking club, faith group, or community center activity. Getting involved adds structure and human warmth to your routine. Be a volunteer. Studies show that older adults who volunteer regularly not only live longer, but feel more purposeful and connected to their community. You don't need dozens of friends, you need meaningful connection. Even a small circle of support can add years of health and happiness to your life. If you're still watching, drop a 3 in the comments so I know you're here and tell me, what's one way you like to stay socially connected? 4. Sleep quality. It's not about sleeping more, it's about sleeping right. Have you ever heard someone say, "I'm old, I don't need as much sleep anymore"? That's one of the biggest myths about aging. And here's the twist. While it's true that sleep patterns may change with age, the need for good quality sleep remains as important as ever, if not more so. Let's talk about Frank, a 74-year-old retired high school teacher from Minnesota. He'd been waking up every 2 hours, tossing and turning, then spending his days groggy and forgetful. He figured it was just part of getting older. But after seeing a sleep specialist and making a few small changes, his sleep improved, and so did his memory, his energy, and even his mood. Sleep isn't just rest, it's repair. And science agrees. According to the National Institute on Aging, poor sleep in older adults is linked to cognitive decline, weakened immune function, and a higher risk of heart disease and stroke. And no lying in bed for 9 hours while waking up 6 times doesn't count. So the goal isn't more sleep, it's better sleep. 3 extra tips for better sleep after 70. Create a wind-down hour, turn off bright lights and screens an hour before bed. Read, listen to calming music, or take a warm shower to signal your body it's time to rest. Stick to a routine. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends. Your body thrives on rhythm, especially as you age. Limit afternoon naps. A short 20-30 minute nap is fine, but longer naps can throw off your nighttime sleep. If you're tired during the day, it may be a sign of poor nighttime quality, not a nap deficiency. Here's a lighthearted truth. You don't need to sleep like a baby. You need to sleep like a well-rested adult who's protecting their brain and body. Don't forget to subscribe if you want more videos like this every single week focused on real health, real science, and real-life solutions. If you've made it this far, give yourself a little credit. It means you care deeply about your health, and that alone puts you ahead of the curve. The truth is, most people never take the time to understand what their bodies are really telling them. But you are. And that matters. Let's take a quick moment to recap what we've covered so far. Your walking speed isn't just about exercise, it's a full body signal of longevity. Grip strength is a window into your overall health and resilience. Social connection could be the most powerful medicine for your heart and mind. And quality sleep, not just quantity, is key to staying sharp, strong, and steady. And we're only halfway through. The next 4 signs we'll cover are just as powerful, and in some cases, even more surprising. If you're still with me, give this video a quick thumbs up. It tells YouTube this is worth watching, and it helps more people just like you find it. Thank you. Ready to dive into the second half? Let's keep going. You're doing something today that your future self will thank you for. 5. Sense of purpose, the lifeline that can add years. Let's talk about Gloria. She's 79, lives in Oregon, and after retiring from her career as a librarian, she found herself asking, what now? Her days felt long, unstructured, and a little empty. That is, until she started tutoring kids at her local elementary school. Suddenly, Gloria had a reason to get up in the morning, a purpose. And over the next year, her energy increased, her mood lifted, and her doctor even noticed improvements in her blood pressure. What changed? Her reason for being. Research from the University of Michigan found that seniors with a strong sense of purpose were 37% less likely to die over a 7-year period than those who felt aimless. Another study from Japan's famous blue zones showed that older adults who had a concept of ikigai, a reason to live, often lived well into their 90s and beyond. Purpose doesn't mean you have to change the world. It just means waking up with something meaningful to do something that matters to you. Whether it's mentoring, gardening, writing, or caring for a pet, purpose fuels not just your spirit, but your immune system, your heart, and your brain. Extra tips to cultivate purpose after 70. Ask yourself, what brings me joy? Purpose starts with what you love. List 3 things that excite you or make you feel useful and build your days around those. Find ways to serve. Purpose often lives in contribution. Could you read to children? Help at your church? Teach a neighbor how to bake? Small acts create big meaning. Set micro goals. Even something as simple as I'll organize the family photos this month can give you structure and pride. Here's a little secret. Purpose doesn't just extend your life, it improves every day of it. What's something that gives you purpose these days? Share it in the comments. It might inspire someone else watching right now. 6. Cognitive engagement, use it or lose it, is real. A few years ago, Harold, an 80-year-old former accountant from Ohio, noticed he was forgetting things more often, where he'd left his keys, what day of the week it was, even familiar names. His doctor told him it wasn't Alzheimer's, but something called mild cognitive decline. That diagnosis shook him, but it also pushed him to make a change. So Harold started learning Spanish, 1 word at a time. He also picked up chess again, something he hadn't played in 30 years. Within months, not only did he feel sharper, but he reported better mood, better sleep, and even improved social interactions. This wasn't a fluke. According to a study from the Rush Memory and Aging Project, older adults who engage in mentally stimulating activities like reading, puzzles, or learning new skills are 47% less likely to develop Alzheimer's disease. Why? Because the brain is like a muscle. And just like your body, if you stop using it, it weakens. But the good news, even small daily habits can build new neural connections at any age. Yes, even after 70. 3 extra tips to stay mentally sharp. Learn something new. Whether it's a new language, musical instrument, or skill like painting, learning forces your brain to grow. Play brain games, apps like Lumosity, or even crosswords and Sudoku help improve memory, processing speed, and problem solving. Talk about ideas, not just events. Challenge yourself with conversations that go beyond the weather. Discuss books, current events, or philosophy with friends. Stimulating dialogue keeps your thinking flexible and fresh. Mental sharpness isn't just about remembering birthdays. It's about staying independent, confident, and connected to the world around you. What do you do to keep your brain active? Reading, puzzles, a new hobby? Share it below. You might give someone else a great idea. 7. Blood pressure, the silent signal of longevity. Let me tell you about Linda. She's 76, lives in Arizona, and always considered herself healthy. She walked daily, stayed social, ate fairly well. But at a routine checkup, her doctor raised an eyebrow. Her blood pressure was creeping higher than it should be, 145/90. She felt fine. No dizziness. No headaches. But that's the thing with high blood pressure. It's often called the silent killer for a reason. Left unchecked, it quietly increases your risk of stroke, heart attack, kidney disease, and even dementia. Linda took action. She cut back on salt, started monitoring her pressure at home, and began practicing breathing exercises before bed. 3 months later, she was back in the healthy range. And more importantly, she felt in control of her health, not afraid of it. According to the American Heart Association, maintaining normal blood pressure, around 120/80 mAg in your 70s and 80s, can reduce your risk of cardiovascular death by up to 50%. That's no small number. And the best part? You don't need to rely on medication alone. There are powerful lifestyle habits that can make a real difference. 3 extra tips for better blood pressure after 70. Monitor weekly at home. Buy a simple home monitor. Checking your pressure once or twice a week, especially at the same time of day, can help you spot patterns before they become problems. Eat the DASH way. The DASH, dietary approaches to stop hypertension. Diet focuses on fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and low-sodium foods. It's designed specifically to lower blood pressure. Practice box breathing. Inhale for 4 counts. Hold for 4. Exhale for 4. Hold for 4. This Navy SEAL trick isn't just for stress. It's clinically shown to lower blood pressure over time. Here's the truth. What you don't feel can still hurt you, but it can also be managed, improved, and even reversed with small, steady steps. Have you ever tracked your blood pressure at home? Let me know in the comments. It's one of the smartest health habits you can build after 70. 8. Optimism, the secret to longevity that you can cultivate. Let's take a moment and talk about mindset. You see, it's not just what you eat or how much you move that influences your health as you age, it's also how you think. I want to tell you about Steve, a 72-year-old man from Florida who experienced the deepest loss of his life when his wife passed away 5 years ago. He was heartbroken. He struggled with depression, isolation, and, to be honest, he didn't want to live without her. But Steve made a choice. He decided to change his outlook. He started seeing a therapist, joined a grief support group, and eventually, though it took time, he started finding joy again in his daily life. And the most incredible part? As he became more optimistic about the future, his health began to improve too. His stress levels dropped, his sleep quality improved, and his overall energy skyrocketed. Science backs this up. Studies show that optimism is linked to a longer lifespan and better overall health. In fact, a study from Harvard found that optimistic people have a 50% greater chance of living to 85 or older compared to those who are more pessimistic. Optimism has an impact on your heart health, your immune system, and even how well you manage stress. It's a powerful tool that can transform your aging experience. The good news? It's a skill you can cultivate no matter your age. 3 extra tips to boost optimism after 70. Practice gratitude each day. Write down 3 things you're grateful for. It can be as simple as the sun is shining or I had a good cup of coffee. This shifts your focus toward the positive. Challenge negative thoughts. When a pessimistic thought pops up, ask yourself, is this true? Is there another way to look at this? It helps you reframe situations and see the silver lining. Surround yourself with positive people. The energy of others can influence your own mindset. Seek out people who lift you up and share in uplifting activities together, whether it's walking, gardening, or even watching a feel-good movie. Your future is in your hands. With a positive mindset, the possibilities are endless, and each day becomes an opportunity to live fully, no matter your age. Let's spread some positivity. What's one thing you're grateful for today? Share it in the comments. It might just make someone else's day. Here's the bottom line. You are more than just the years you've lived. You're a collection of your habits, your mindset, and the choices you make each day. Every single one of these 8 signs, the ones that predict how long you'll live, the ones that matter, are within your power to influence. You can choose to make small changes today that will impact your tomorrow. And here's the thing, it's never too late to get started. Whether it's walking a little more, connecting with a friend, or simply choosing to think a bit more positively, every step you take toward a healthier, longer life is a victory. So let's keep this conversation going. If you found any of these tips helpful, share this video with a friend or family member. It could change their life, just like it might change yours. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss another one of these life-changing tips. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching this video. You've taken the time to invest in your health, your future, and most importantly, yourself. That's something to be proud of. Remember, aging isn't just about getting older, it's about living your best life, no matter your age. By making small, science-backed changes today, you're setting yourself up for many more years of vitality and joy. And the best part? You don't have to do it alone. If you enjoyed this video and want more tips on health, longevity, and well-being, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications. You'll never miss out on any of the content that can help you live a longer, healthier life. Once again, thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next video.